doing, Colin? I just wanted to record this quick video for you guys so I could show you just kind of what I see just from an overall perspective. But I do have some other questions that I'd like to go over with both of you after this video at some point, just so I could get some more information to dig a little bit deeper. But overall, I just want to go over the website. I want to go over some of the back end stuff. Crystal, I know you had some questions as far as your pay-per-click ads and where do you see them, and we could definitely figure that out from like the back end sort too, depending on the email that is used to create them. You should have a login to your pay-per-click ads campaigns where you could see them. But I'll show you what I can see on the face side of things too. So you should be able to see that pay-per-click ad popping up in, say, water filtration companies Conroe. So there's places for this stuff to be showing up in the pay-per-click side and the sponsored side, but I am not seeing it. So, but the first things that I wanted to go over was the website. First things is that your website, it looks like it needs some updating. I know you want to rebrand and have the H2O lady really be the theme of this, and I love that altogether. But one of the main things that I'm seeing, and it's really confusing to Google, you got to think Google is just a crawling website. All it can do is read. So all of these pictures, all this content is very important, and then what you're telling it is very important as well too. So even these pictures, they need to be saved as a name. So you'd want them saved as a keyword. So this should be like water filtration systems in Houston. So if we go to save as, this shows it as being saved as 243654579. It doesn't help with the SEO portion of it, because pictures can rank on Google as well too. But the biggest thing that I'm seeing is that you have your logo, which we can do a nice, awesome new revamp for this and make it pop. But you have your navigation menu right here. So you have systems here with your water filtration systems, and then you have services, and then epoxy flooring services. So you're really telling Google, hey, we're doing water filtration. This is the systems that we offer and we install. This is our service though. We do epoxy flooring. They just don't go together, and they should be split up into two different, to be honest, if you were going to have like a home remodeling or home construction website, these two should be put on different websites. So you'd have epoxy flooring, you'd have, remodeling, new construction, siding, whatever type of remodeling service you would do. I would put them on their own separate site, because epoxy flooring and water filtration don't go together. Somebody that's searching for epoxy flooring isn't going to be in the same market as somebody that's looking for a water softener system for their home. And Google really doesn't want to confuse people. So that's why it's very important to have all these individual pages. And then another big thing is having individualized city pages too. So you have these 4 city pages: Conroe, Katy, Woodlands, Huntsville. You're saying that we service the greater Houston area, which is what a lot of people do, but on your Google My Business profile, your main address is in Conroe. So Google is seeing Conroe here, it's seeing Conroe here, but we're going off of Houston as our main money maker page. So to really do this correctly, I know Houston's a bigger market. There's a lot more search volume there, and there's ways that we can get there. You're already ranking number 4 or 5 I seen in the website portion of it for some filtration stuff, which we're going to get into here shortly. But as far as being on point and telling Google the proper information, this homepage should be really, really about and symmetrical with your Google My Business profile. So that's your map pack listing. That's this right here, this JRC Home Solutions, where you got 251 5-star review. That's great. Like, that's amazing, and that's something we should be showcasing. Should be posting on this. The last one was on February 23rd. It looks like there was a couple posts in February, 1 or 2, but we post 2 to 3 times a week on this profile. And this is a key place because this is in the map pack section. There's 3 different sections to Google. So if you were to type Google, you'll have this section, which is the map pack. It's going to show you the closest businesses that are in that location. And then down here is the SEO section. So this is your website. So you could be here, which you're number 3 for water filtration companies in Conroe. And then you could be number 1 here. So you could have 2 listings on this page 1. So you're number 2 here, number 3 here. Not bad. This is for Conroe, if there was a ton of searches for this in Conroe. So what I have right here is a tool that shows the back end, and this is the good stuff. So this shows everything that you're being found for, the backlinks, the keywords that you're being found for, the traffic that you're getting to your site each month. It is a little bit down since last month, and I'll refresh this just to show you a proper reading. You did have a lot more traffic. There has been some recent Google updates, as this shows me, when the recent Google updates are for each month and what's going on to stay ahead of the curve. But your keywords went down a little bit. And I have your main competitor here too to kind of compare to, and that is this Texas water softeners business. But do you see how everything about this is home? They're targeting Conroe, even though they service a bunch of other cities. But everything here is water treatment systems, reverse, and it talks about the benefits of water, and then the blog. Everything here is in line with water filtration. So we need to separate those 2 businesses that you have into 2 separate websites. Even though you offer those services, it's just going to hurt you and it's going to confuse Google the longer we go. But so go back to this. I compared like how your website is doing compared to this other business. So they're getting significantly more traffic, and then this Katie page, I want to show you a difference in keywords. So you may think, oh wow, we're doing great. We have 104 keywords. Even though we lost some, we have 104. But it's what we're being found for that's important. So this is yours again. This is the keywords that you're being found for. And this is the 35 keywords that this Texas water softener is being found for. So these are your keywords, JRC Home Solutions of Texas. As I was telling you yesterday, it's a lot of blog stuff. So best water filter for hard water. This shows the keyword, the volume that it searches for monthly, the traffic you're getting from it, and the position that you're in. So there's 200 searches a month for best water filter for hard water, but this is a keyword that is nationwide. Now, if it said best water filter for hard water in Houston, then we know there's 200 people in Houston looking for that. But this can be typed anywhere in the country. So this 200 is across from New York to California. Does water filter help with hard water? 50 searches, but it shows too you're also getting a little bit of traffic from it. But these are just common questions. Hard water filter, healthiest. Now you do have a few I've seen that, like reverse osmosis Houston, that could be buyer intent keyword. But let's look at the competitor. This person. Texas water softener, Texas water softeners, water softener companies, Houston, ding, ding, ding. That's a huge one right there. That's somebody looking for water softener companies in Houston. 150 searches a month that people are looking for this keyword, which we need to show up for, and they're in 6th place. They're getting about 11 traffic that this can pull. And this is also typed a million different ways too. So maybe it's water softener company, Houston. So as you can see, soft water installation near me, 150. Water softener installation, Houston. Water softeners, Houston, Texas. Water softener companies in Houston. Best water softener system in Texas. And so on and so forth. But these are all buyer intent keywords. These are water treatment, Conroe. Like, this is the stuff that we want our keywords to look like. Not so much be found for information. What water filter is best for hard water? How to filter hard water for drinking. So these people, they're all going to your blogs. Well, Google are going to your blogs, and you're basically an informational site at this point, and it's not helping you much. And I know you were asking where that blog was, Crystal, and it is right here. It should be in a resources tab that should have a reviews, gallery, and blog in it. And I know I told you before, so they don't have much about the dates, but looks like they're using several of the same pictures. This last post, I think, see, this is showing when? January 15th, December 15th. Looks like they were doing one a month on here. This one was probably a month ago. But as we go back, like I said, this isn't hard. And you guys are doing okay as far as ranking. Like in Conroe, you're doing great. In Houston, like if we go to water filtration companies, Houston, this one, let me refresh it. Oh no, I shouldn't have did that so you could see the pay-per-click ad stuff. So right here is sponsored results. This is where you would see your ads if they were running. So if they were running pay-per-click ads, you should see a JRC Systems ad right here, because this is the sponsored pay-per-click. They have Aqua Systems, Easy Water, Katie Plumbing, and Woodlands Plumbing and Air. They're running ads right now. So down here, the Conroe water softeners. Oh, this is in Conroe still too. So this is in Conroe, sorry. Oh yeah, because I went back. If I go forward to Houston, yeah, it's going to take away them pay-per-clicks. Oh, popped them back up. So here's Houston. Culligan, Houston, Aqua Systems, Easy Water, Katie Plumbers. Same four that are running ads in Conroe are running them in Houston. We don't see you. Down here, there's no map pack listing for you down here, which your address is Conroe, so it's a little bit far away, and these people that are directly in Houston are going to do a little bit better because they're there. They have 475 reviews as well. But you are showing up down here. I think I seen somewhere for SEO, which we can work on. I thought I seen JRC Systems down here somewhere. Oh, there we go. JRC Home Solutions, right down here. So you're showing up down there, so which isn't a bad thing, but that's for the water filtration. Now we know where the big keywords are though, which is these ones. This is the ones that we want to be. Water softener companies, Houston. So just a little bit of rearrangement, a little bit of change, I think an overall revamp of this site is definitely needed, especially with the way AI has come into play with a lot of things. So a nice refresh in the content, updated photos, some nice professional photos. In a world of AI, Google's really giving props and benefit to the companies who are being original. So on this About Us page, we would want as much information about you, Crystal, and you, Colin, and pictures of you two, and your backstories, and your accolades, and everything that you've been into, because people want to see that, and who you have working for you as well too. A nice team photo. Google is really big on that right now with this most recent update. It's called the EEAT method. You can look it up, but it's huge on that. So this is just a quick, like I said, I went a little bit longer than I'd like to, but I could talk about this stuff forever, and we can hop on a Zoom and even go through even more, just to show you some quick sites that we've done that shows, just the beauty of the sites that we built now. These are most recent too. So as we go through core services, what we do, the service cities that we actually target and focus on that you can go through, click the call buttons everywhere, videos, moving stuff, just stuff to attract the eye. Call now, all the services, all the service cities, and each service city needs to be listed because people that are in these other locations, just like on your website, say someone is in Edmond, they don't care what's going on in Midwest City. So we need to have a dedicated page for you for water filtration and for all of these services, except for epoxy flooring on this, water softeners that are dedicated to these other areas. And by now, I'm sure you service more than just Conroe, Katy, the Woodlands. Like there's probably should be a spring page, Cypress, North Houston, but they did this a little bit different, and I don't know like I said, I don't know much information about the history of this website, but in our Zoom meeting, you can tell me a lot more, and I would love to hear it, show you a couple other quick websites that we've built in the past too. Obviously, Joe's website, beautiful, this stuff. I mean, I see it, this is a more modernized type of website though. But I can see us doing a lot with the H2O lady and it being your theme character and her kind of floating through this whole website. And I have a nice vision for it. So I would love to talk more. We can go through more of this stuff too if you'd like. And then we can get a game plan together and go over it and hopefully get started. I hope you guys learned something, and feel free to give me a call as soon as you guys get a minute and we can talk then. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you. Bye, Crystal. Bye, Colin.